first the title and then reading later on the questions.
Reading only the question that you asked me, right?
Not yet.
Or read,
Try to
or
give us the purpose of your article and then start reading, start from the title down until you finish your article.
let me find the word.
Or you can see the one
Compare,
on the screen.
compares, to compare and contrast to novelists and their work. The title is Present Dystopia. Have you ever considered what our world may be like in the future? People are always thinking about the future, so it's not a surprise that some attempts to forecast what will happen to our community in the near future. Aldous Huxley's Brave New World and George Orwell's 1984 are two works that demonstrate how anxious people are about what will happen to our society in the near future. Even though both of these novels are about dystopia, when we look at these two dystopian works through, there are lots of difference between the two novels' themes, such as sex, war and peace, and social. Each of them hides much more than just the dystopian predictions of the future. One of the most noticeable contrast between the two novels is the approach to sex. Both writers write about sex in the cultures they depict. In Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, people engage in sex, have huge orgies, and regard sex as fun if we're no longer private. In comparison, in 1984, we can observe how becomes banned in a totalitarian state. People simply have sex to reproduce and have no romantic attachment to one another. Here, we can say that our society is moving closer to Huxley versions and sex because some things everyone speaks about, something everyone talks about, and something everyone desires. Is the word war mentioned in either novel? Absolutely yes. In the 1984 novel, the readers see that the word at war, while in the Brave New World, peace is established. And people live on a conflict-free earth. In the actual world, we can all see that wars never truly stop, and that even if most people live in the peaceful places, wars occurs on a regularly basis in many nations across the world. So, which is closest to us, world peace or global offensive? I wish that we could spend a long period somewhere in the middle. But world peace seems impossible because of the conflicts between major political and military forces, so we are closer to overall pictures of the future.
Okay.
In
Um.
Hex,
Oh wait, that's too long. All right. Sorry, I didn't see that.
in Huxley's novel, we see a society divided into the classes. Whereas Orwell paints communities of equally unhappy individuals. What are we getting closer to? In my opinion, I believe that we are moving closer to Huxley versions of the future, in which class detach our social positions. We may, of course, increase our wealth over time, but most people spend their whole life in the same social class. In conclusions, we can observe not only how two books differ, but also how some of the concepts presented by brilliant authors may be in the current society. We have sex and buy commodities blindly, exactly as Huxley profits, yes,
Prophesied.
prophesied, and to live in the perpetual state of conflict such as Orwell foretold. As a result, both 1984 and Brave New World demonstrate that we are dystopians.
Really? All right. When I heard your first introduction, it was quite interesting. Although, yeah, we need to be at least open type of topic. I was not really surprised that you wrote about this being a dystopia in this society. All right, question: what is the main idea of your article?
The main idea
Just say anything. What does your article say about?
is say about how different about the books, the two books named
Mm-hmm.
1984 and The Brave New World.
Right. And there also have differences and similarities because you said
Yes.
here these are both your last sentence. I noticed there demonstrate that we are dystopians. Okay. Second question: what type of style of comparison and contrast did you use?
I use see the point by point style.
Why?
Why? Because I think it's more easy to write evaluation.
How do we write a point by point style using your topic?
How do I write it?
Because I'm pretty sure some of your classmates don't get yet what's the difference between the two.
First I list the main idea, teacher.
Right?
What
And in your
what
main
will I have to?
idea,
Yes.
you have the point of comparison, right?
Yeah.
And you have your topic are the two. What are the two?
Three, I think.
Uh, three. Oh yeah.
The yeah, six. Like
No, no, no. Oh, the two topic that you'll compare,
yes,
the two books, right?
yes.
So that's the topic. And the point of
Yeah,
comparison, you said there are three. What are those
yeah.
three?
Have about sex and about war and peace.
Okay.
And the last one is about social.
So there are four.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
why let's check if you have four body paragraph. One, two, three. So you actually put, where is that? I noticed you put in one
Yes,
about the,
war and peace is
yes,
one
okay, it's
paragraph.
okay. It's still okay. No need to follow the four body paragraph. So this is a good presentation of point by point. So what being used here, I will only explain in this article because he is the first presenter, but the next people who will present, it's up to you to explain. So you have here, he used a point by point style because he used the point of comparison as his topic in the controlling idea. So he used in the first paragraph, he mentioned about sex, compared the two books. And then for the second body paragraph, he mentioned about war and compared the two books. What is different and what's the same. Okay, so as you go to body paragraph three, both of the last two comparisons, which is social and the other one. Okay, so good job for doing this. Although there are just few things that I will point out, the grammars and errors I'm not going to tell here. You will see these comments after everyone will be done, to be fair. So if everyone is done reading, I will be commenting on your chat box for in the Google Classroom. What do you need to improve, or what do you need to practice when it comes to writing and grammar? Because that's the least important in this class. For now, you already got the parts, you have completed them, and I hope you actually learned when you try to rewrite this in your handwritten, the paraphrased one. Did you do it? Let me check.
Forgot my handwriting. It's okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm telling. I don't need to show to your classmates. You're just the first one. Okay, very good. You followed the format. So, why did I let you do a paraphrasing activity, which is not actually needed? This is just for you to practice looking at types of sentences, because when you try to look at Killbot.com, there are sentences, type of sentences, different way of writing. And you can adopt with that. When you try to compare your step four and step five, they are totally different. Step five is a higher type of vocabulary used, and of course there are variety or different types of writing sentences. So when you have time, try to compare them, and maybe you could improve more on your variety of writing sentences. And I would appreciate that if I could see the differences when we meet our last meeting on the second semester, and I will try to go over it again. We'll try to compare your first writing and your maybe your last. Okay, so next in line, thank you very much, Beam, good job.
Thank you, teacher.
Let's move on to the next in line is Boone. Boone, are you here? He is absent. Okay. I repeat, if you're absent for your presentation, it means you have minus points and be presenting at the last um, week of September if we have time. Okay, Arm, absent. Poon, I can see your name here. Poon,
Yes,
are you ready?
not yet.
Why?
I'm kind of like editing some part that like
If you could, how many left? How many time left? Okay, if there's time, then you will be next after. Oh, Buki. Let me check first. Boki is also absent. Okay. Noni, are you here? Nope. Earth. I saw you earlier. Okay.
not yet finished.
You ready?
No, but
No.
yes,
But
not
do
yet
you have
finished
your
any
copy
work.
with you? Huh?
And not yet finished all the work.
You have not finished yet?
Yes,
Why?
but I'm trying to keep.
Okay. We'll just put you at the end. Earth. Ready. Let me check first this one. Okay. How about Peak? Peak, are you here?
Yes,
Are
not
you?
yet, teacher. I
Mm-hmm.
will finish it today, teacher.
And you know, class, you have consequences if you're late, right? Okay, math. Absent. Poo. Poo. Absent. Book. It seems that everyone got absent. Noi. King. 17. Absent. Nink.
Sorry, teacher, I'm currently uploading file. Have something error.
Error. But you
Yeah,
finished,
and
right?
I just unsubmit it because it has something error. And and now I'm
Would you
currently
like to read
approving the
now?
files. Uh,
And you can submit
after
later.
this after this 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Just like
Mm-hmm.
Poon. Wait, I'll just note here. Dear,
Yes, teacher.
are you ready?
Yes, teacher. But I just send it first, but I'm not send the. I'm not yet send the preface. Can I send it later?
Sure. By the way,
Thank
class,
you.
don't worry. Why I let you I forgot to say this one. When you submitted your work before due date, okay, you can see here a part says there see history. The first that appears, the first one, the first date, first hour that you submitted, that's what I will consider as your time of submission. So when you try to edit it before everyone is done, you can edit your work and you can submit it. It would show there it's late, but do not mind that. This is what I'm going to check as your first submission. Is that clear? So if you need some editing as we go on, as I comment now, try to take note of them and go back and edit them because I will be checking everyone's work for final final checking after everyone is done with their reading. So no points given yet for now. Only the points that I'm giving is for your reading and your answering of questions during your presentation. Okay, so dear, please start.
Yes. Um, Lifestyle between urban and suburban. Which one do you prefer, living in an urban or suburban area? Thinking about this would be a decision. This essay will guide you to understand the differences between these two areas. There are many different aspects of living in urban and suburban area. To compare using these three topics, educational, medical service, and relationship with neighbors. Education is the basis of learning to develop youth in the future. To focus on urban area, the children typically gained a greater chance to access education. It is because there are better facility to support them such as technology. Teachers who teach them have better experience due to their better support and funding conditions. With all of these reasons, the college admission and graduation rates are high too. Conversely, the children in a suburban area have less chance to choose and decide for their school. It has generally smaller schools in district and a field resource regarding technology and funding. It leads to a lower rate of graduation and success in the educational part. Medical service of the four require requisites
Requisites.
requisites. In an urban area, people have all the necessities and advanced medical service to support them. This area also have big shopping malls and other showrooms. All services are easily accessible and convenient. On the other hand, a suburban area has the necessity and medical service in limit. They have only small marts for shopping. They don't have much choice for the service they should deserve. Include access to medical treatment is difficult and inconvenient. As a result, their quality of life lags behind an urban area. Interacting with neighbors create a positive atmosphere of social coexistence and interdependence. In an urban area, office and business of all types are often located in urban. So people will more likely to rush up. For this reason, there is more gap between them. It decreased interaction with others. In contrast, people in a suburban area have a great relationship with others. It is because of their lifestyle that not need to rush up every day. They have time to make conversation with their neighbors. Talking and exchanging story together made them become closer and also decrease their gap. To conclude, living in an urban or suburban area has a difference in ways of life. In an urban area, people receive good opportunity in education and service to support them, but lack of relationship. Suburban area, they have an inconvenience in service, but there is a good interaction between people. Therefore, the decision depends on your which area is more suitable for your living and lifestyle.
Okay, you told me earlier you need to change something. What is that you noticed?
I've changed the brainstorming.
The brainstorming part. Okay, first, before you change that, please don't forget to write how many words did you write.
Oh,
Yeah, try
yes,
to count. You can use the word document. Okay, and kindly repeat after me. Urban,
urban,
suburban.
suburban,
Okay. Say the word requisites.
requisite,
Requisites.
requisite,
Coexistence.
coexistence.
Okay, very good. All right. So in your okay, what's the main idea of your article?
The main idea of my article is to compare the difference between again suburban,
Suburban.
suburban and urban area by the three main topic: educational, medical service, and relationship.
Oh, okay. We don't say three main topics. We can say here point of comparison. Or you can just say to compare with or through education, medical. Okay. Now, this one, just to tell you so they can change easily, please put them in one sentence because this one connects supposed to be your purpose here. This is not a complete sentence. If you try to analyze this one, it doesn't have your verb. So try to please use it in one sentence. There are many different aspects of living in urban or suburban areas, which may include the comparison of these three educational, medical service, and there. Okay? And all right, next question. What type of or what style did you use in your comparison and contrast?
I use point by point style.
Okay, could you explain why?
I choose this one because I think it is more easily to understand the difference between urban and suburban.
So, how did you do the point by point style?
I just sent I just set the topic first for three
The
topics
point of
that I
comparison
yes the educational service, medical service, and relationship, and
with
then I just search uh, the information how the difference
right
in each. Yes.
each comparison. Okay.
Yes.
So, to explain again, those who are listening, how to explain, she used the same thing with Beam earlier. So, you can explain this way. I used point by point style because I focused more on the point of comparison. That's what I made as my topic. And so, you can see here, there were three educational, medical service, relationship with neighbors. So, I should have three body paragraph. So, one, two, and three. That is the point by point style. And I also used the topic, which is urban and suburban, as my controlling idea because actually compared it here, the differences and similarities. Okay, good job, dear. Let me check your handwritten.
Oh,
Did you submit? Not yet?
um, not yet the
Okay,
paragraph.
so please don't forget to submit that after our
Yes.
class or when you're done
Teacher,
with it.
I have to change it into picture or can I send PDF for the
You can send through PDF. I think PDF
okay.
is better, but those who send through picture, it's okay.
Teacher, I have to change the brainstorm before
The
before.
brainstorming, yeah, you can change that. You can edit that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so did I open? Dear is done. We still have 15 minutes. All right, King, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you ready?
Yes. But
Where's your work?
there
20.
the dog.
The dog, the white puppy. Where's your Word
Uh,
document?
teacher. Uh, it
What?
cannot open.
Let me try.
It move for teacher.
Where is your work?
Yeah, I sent it already. Can it? Can you open it?
Let me
Or
try.
um
What type of? I think it doesn't. It's not compatible
um
with this laptop.
or I have to share the screen first and
Sure.
I will send it again in Word.
Yes, please. I'll just
Okay.
exit our screen.
I change my phone. Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes. Please share your screen.
Wait, teacher, wait a minute.
So King will be the last one to present today. The next meeting would be Prewa. And onwards, Prewa, Ploy, Prim, Pam, Tangkwa. And if we still have time, gunners in the following students, Uai, Bam, Earn. And let's go back to the first student number one until we finish everyone.
Can you see it? My screen.
Yes.
Okay. Read now.
Yes, please.
Read. Okay. Um, wait, actually, I have to change this one first.
Maybe
Yeah,
make it
okay.
bigger.
I'll make it bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
The difference between J.K. Rowling and Oscar Wilde. Have you ever heard about novelist? A novelist is an author or writer of novel. Too often, novelists also write the other genres of both fiction and non-fiction. Novelists have their own style of writing, whether writing about love, crime, or other supernatural like ghosts and magic. Factor that made J.K. Rowling and Oscar Wilde famous is the novel that both of them has intended to write until it became famous all over the world. J.K. Rowling was born John Rowling on July 31 in 1965 in LA, in England. She adopted her pen name as J.K. incorporating her grandmother named Kathleen for the later initial. The famous novel that J.K. Rowling wrote is Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling wrote this novel since she was in the university. The Harry Potter novel was famous that it was made into the movie and made J.K. Rowling novels and the movie famous all over the world. The story of Harry Potter is about the boy who goes to a magic school in a wizard world and fights it against to keep his power from falling into the hand of against. It's about uh, Oscar Wilde's wife was an Irish poet and playwright. After writing The Difference from Two Owls in 1880s, he became one of the most popular playwrights in London. In the early 1890s, he is the best remembered of his epigram and plays. His novel "The Picture of Dorian Gray" and the circumstance of his criminal conviction for gross indecency of consensual homosexual act in one of the first celebrity trials. Imprisonment and early death from meningitis at the age of 46. While novels are about love and crime, while famous novels it hint at popularity of homosexuality through the characters such as the London novel Dorian Gray and portrait artist Brazil. In addition to the above point in his novel, there has been an crimi- criminological issue of the heredity that has influenced the negative behavior of family members since there an ancestor in the picture of Dorian Gray. This is will be an this is will be the additional choice to help more and to help more on how they prefer to read. These are different of the novel style between J.K. Rowling and Oscar Wilde. For J.K. Rowling, most of her novels are non-fiction, but Oscar Wilde novels are about love and crime in real life. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I hope you could send me a Word document file of this
Okay, I will
so
share
that
it.
I'll check it if this was really written by you. Okay, your format, please fix that. It should be
Yeah, yeah.
justified. Okay, question.
Yeah.
What's the main idea? What is your article all about?
About the style of the novel between J.K. Rowling and Oscar Wilde.
Okay, you what style did you use to compare them?
The style like what he wrote in the novel, like Oscar he wrote about the love of different the love of
Yes.
the text, and but J.K. Rowling the famous one she wrote about the non-fiction one about the magic.
Right. You said block style, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So basically, you have how many body paragraphs?
two.
Only two, correct. And I saw here you used simple sentences for the introduction, which is really what I know you've written.
Yeah.
So, no comments for the details, except that there are just few grammatical errors. But one here, I would like you to always remember this: do not confuse with the use of different and
Uh,
differences. So in your article, what do you think? Is it different or differences?
Differences.
Why?
Uh, is a
How do we use these two words?
uh, it's like I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, let me tell you, all those who are listening, please listen. Whenever you encounter this and you want to write it in your sentence, just think of different as an adjective. The use of the one with T, that's an adjective. You're describing something. But if you want to use it as a noun, you want to tell the differences, please use the one with CES. Okay? Or you can say the differences between J.K. Rowling and Oscar Wilde. Here, you are not using an adjective because you are not describing between here. So try to use the noun form. The differences between. So can kindly change that when you try to edit your work.
Here,
Yes, the title. And there, with how many did you put there? More than
um,
one, right? Start
yes,
with S.
many.
So don't forget your plural form. And you need to change here. I saw it on the last part also. Okay, so that's it. Are there more? Oh, you have here some word. Can you say the word adopted?
Adopted.
Maybe you were confused with the word adopt, but with you have the ed there. Please pronounce it. And then circumstances. Can you say that circumstances?
Again, please, teacher.
Circumstances.
Circumstances.
Very good. What do you know what it means by circumstance?
It's like
There's an English word that is the same. It starts with S.
is
See?
I don't know.
Situation.
Uh,
Okay. Or there are problems, maybe? Okay, next, can you say the word meningitis?
Meningitis.
Okay, and the last one, character.
Character.
It's a son of K. All right. Thank you very much, King.
Okay.
Good job. Let's try to end our class 8 minutes earlier for you to edit some of your